Hey, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tasha. This is Tasha Pivots, where I talk about all things mamahood and homeschool and how I'm pivoting through this journey. And today, if you know what day it is, it's the first of the month. So happy April, which only means that I've got a stack of read alouds that I cannot wait to share with you guys. So if you want to see more, then let's get started. All right, guys, before I get into the goodness right here, I have a few announcements. So first, if you are new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting that play button and hanging out with me. Second, all of you who are a part of my mailing newsletter, then you have a little newsletter in your inbox this morning, and I am so excited. Please go check that out. It is going to be filled with a bunch of encouragement. It's got some new information of some things that are happening, and I'm just excited. I'm excited that it's April and that it's out, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're like, what is she talking about? I have a monthly newsletter that goes out to all of you who sign up on either the first of the month or even within the month. I only send one that is written by me, and it's telling you where I'm at. It has a little bit of an encouraging word in it, and also any details that are things to come and events or anything that I may be a part of, you will find in that newsletter. So if you'd like to be a part of that, you can go down in the description below after this video and hit sign up for the newsletter. Also, to all my lowly veil mamas, I am so excited it's April, because that means that we get to officially start this beautiful community. I mentioned it in my community talk video last week. You can check that out over on my channel under the playlist. And I'm so excited because it's gonna grow. It has so much richness to what's coming with that. And so all of you who did sign up went ahead and let me know you would love to be a part of it. You have a new email in your email from me to you in your inbox right now as well. And if you, mama, are just seeing this video and is like, well, this sounds like something I want to be a part of, you can go ahead and hit over to tashapivots.com after this video, click on Lowly Veil, and you can find out all the information over there. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging with me for those announcements. Well, let's get into these books, okay? All right. So the first one, if you've been a part of my channel for some time, you already know about it. It's a chapter series that is really dear to my heart. I really enjoy it. My girls really enjoy it, especially Zoe, because she's the one that primarily reads this for independent reading. But because we're in the week of Easter, I am having Zoe read the final book of the Secret Hidden Scrolls series, and that is the final scroll. And I'm so excited as we're going to be wrapping up Peter and Mary's journey, and Hank, the dog, as they enter into Jerusalem when Jesus comes, and it talks about his final days and when he goes through, when his friends betray him, to when he goes on the cross, and then the resurrection and all the goodness that comes from that. And so this is the final book to this beautiful series, and I've been holding on to it because I know that Zoe's been really excited to read it and finish up the series. But we are going to read it aloud this week. And so by the time this video goes up, we'll probably be well into it. So I'm so excited for that. I think even if it's not Easter, it's a good book to have. Next, I have for Miss Josephine, as we're going to continue into the Easter theme, is E for Easter by the Baby Lit collection. I really like these hardback board books, guys. We got one for Thanksgiving, we got one for Christmas, and now we have one for Easter. If you've got a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 4-year-old, this book is so fun, not only just to review their alphabets, but just the pictures and the reminders to everything. So I'll do a little flip through for you guys. The pictures are so fun and exciting for all the things to come when it comes to Easter. As you can see, we're on E is for Easter, F is for family, G is for garden, H is for hunt, I is for inside, and J is for Jesus. And it is just so cute. These are really great books. I am excited. If you have multiple children, if you have children that are going to be younger and be able to use this book, I think it is a great one to have, whether you get the whole series or if you just pick out one for a particular season. It's up to you, but I think these are really fun to have, and I'm excited to continue to do them with Josephine. So there's that. Now this one, I've actually had this Easter book since Zoe was a little girl. I don't remember where I found it. I think I might have found it at Barnes & Noble. I'll make sure that all links will be below for all the books that I'm showing you today. But this is the Easter Stories and Prayers. And if you're like me, I used to love precious moments when I was growing up, and this kind of reminds me of that. Just the way that the depictions in the stories are written out. And there's 4 stories in them. And I usually read these during bedtime with my girls, but each one gets to ask them a question, or the question that a kid would ask. And there's this one, which is, why is there a cross? And why do we pray? And let's see, I think there's one, okay, what is prayer actually? And it tells this beautiful depiction of understanding of why, and it's also put in what about heaven, like what does that mean, and these beautiful questions that like little kids really do ask. And it gives you references to where certain parts of the passage is written in the Bible, but now is put to a level that your child can understand. And the pictures are just so cute, so cute. I'm gonna go backwards so you guys can see the little kids. All right, so this one is a really good one. I'll see if I can find it, put it down there below for you guys. The next one, now I have a couple of books that are for our Spring with Peter Rabbit. Now I've been talking about this, I'm really excited. We're doing a year of learning. We're taking the 3 weeks to just dive in, take a little pivot, if you will, and just get all into gardening and bringing in and embracing spring. So there's a book list that comes with obviously that curriculum, and I went ahead and pulled some books that I really was excited. Some we've read before, and just to bring it back around now and actually have them in our library, I'm really excited. So the first one is A Seed is Sleepy. And this is just, will really stretch your child's mind on the way that they understand the way seeds grow. Of course, I'm a sucker for anything watercolor, y'all. But look at that, like I can't even, it doesn't do it justice, but this is A Seed is Generous, and it gives the baby plant an embryo and a seed coat to keep it warm. And it just is gonna like evolve about like, look at that, isn't that beautiful? I'm so excited to read this with the girls and like use it as a resource. Honestly, this is more of a resource. It has a story to each thing because it's telling you the factual things that are happening to each seed. But I also love that it's just a good resource that they can always reference if we're talking about seeds. And as we take our time, we are going to plant a garden. You guys got to see the behind the scenes of that. I will share. The next one I have here is Rabbits and Raindrops, which is about 5 little brothers and sisters, little rabbits, as their mother has finally let them come out and pop out and see what's happening in the world. And so there's all these new creatures and smells and things. And so I'm excited to do this one. I love these little paperback books with my girls, as we're just gonna have so much fun learning about the rabbits, because I don't want it to just be one day, you know, but I want it to be like, these creatures are in your backyard. You can see them all the time. So we're gonna learn so much and have fun with this as a read aloud. It's very simple reading. I think even my Zoe can read this to her sister when they wanna just pick out a book and read together, because that happens, and those sweet moments happen more often than not now. Next, we have Such a Little Mouse. And this is the story about this cute little mouse who is exploring all the great things of spring. And this was also a part of the list in the book list for our Spring with Peter Rabbit. And the pictures are really fun. And he's really cute. So we are gonna have so much fun reading this for our read aloud time. And even I would even have Zoe maybe recreate some of these beautiful illustrations. So that's gonna be fun. Okay, I still got quite a bit, y'all, so hang in with me. The next one I have here is If I Had a Little Dream. And I stumbled upon this book. I was more attracted immediately to this beautiful reef that's happening, even though y'all know how I feel about slipcovers, but they did me one better and made even the hardback even more beautiful. So this beautiful story is actually about a girl who says and finds the joy and the hope in every little thing that if she dreamed about. And I just like teared up while reading it in the store. I found this at Barnes & Noble, and I'll just read this one. It says, "If I had a little land, I would name it. There would be my home, but it's stormy, be it fair. If I had a little house, I would name it Love. Love would make me happy and protect me like a glove." And the illustrations are gorgeous. "If I had a little garden, I would name it Whole. Whole would be filled with roots and seeds and feed my heart and soul." What? Told y'all. This book is so sweet. I'm just like, I know my little Josephine will love it, but I think even Zoe, you know, the moments when she likes to be very literal about things or she doesn't understand it, this will give her hope and to dream, to recognize that like you can find the good in all things. And so I'm really, really excited about this book, guys. So I recommend that one for sure. Okay, I have a stack going in 2 places. Okay, this one, I've been eyeing it for a while, and I even saw my girl Tori ended up getting it and reading it. So then I was like, you know I'm in good company, and that is The Eyes That Kiss in the Corners. If you haven't seen this book, I would recommend it in a heartbeat. It's so beautiful. My best friend / sister, I actually got her a copy for her future children, as she has an Asian descent, and I just think it's so beautiful that they get to tell a story, and also that in this depiction of these girls, you see someone that looks like you. That is so important to me. But then to really see her is so beautiful. I have eyes that kiss in the corners and glow like warm tea. My eyes are just like my mama's. Mama's eyes that kiss in the corners and glow like warm tea crinkle into crescent moons. When she comes home from work, she scoops me in her arms, eyes sparkling like starlit, and tickles me until we laugh ourselves onto the floor. Like, what? It's a sweet mother, like not really mother-daughter book, but just really little girl's book. And I just am so happy that the author and the illustrator created such a beautiful book that recognizes that she's beautiful just the way she is. So that's going to be one that definitely stays in our library and pick up every once in a while, but especially for the month of April, we'll be reading that one. All right, guys, I've got a few more, so I hope you can stick through it with me because they're all good. Next one is Fletcher and the Springtime Blossom. This was part of the preschool book for JoJo, I think, or maybe no, it was maybe Zoe. Maybe it was in there, or no. I picked this up because I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. It's this cute little fox, and he's excited about the spring, and he's going through the woods. And you know me and my watercolor. It's so whimsical, and it just makes me think of spring. So I can't wait to have a picnic with my girls and just sit and read this beautiful story in our rose garden. Oh, and look at the little hedgehog. So cute. They're gonna have a picnic too. Okay, so yes, this one is super adorable. Can't wait to read that with them. Next one is more of like a factual book. We are going to be doing some gardening, but this is going to also teach us some farming. This is by Gail Gibbons. Honestly, you have to be living under a rock if you don't know who Gail Gibbons is. She's written thousands of books that are all pertain to little children and the way they understand and grow and understand the things that are happening in the world. And I love her books. They're hard to find, I'll be honest. I had to Amazon this one. But this is Spring on a Farm. Gives you all of the areas of the farm, what they're labeled, what they do. I love that. The summer in the farm, what does that look like? And then fall in the farm. I'm just like turning random thick pages and it takes me to the next one. Outside chores and what that looks like to keep the farm. So it's basically giving them an understanding of like, this is how our food grows. This is how like these things actually come about. We don't just go to the store and pick them up, but there's a process. So I'm really excited about reading that one. Another one I picked up, I thought I saw a friend of mine, a close friend of mine who has beautiful boys. She had this in her spring collection and I was really excited just by the cover, but it's called And the Good Brown Earth. And it's a beautiful story. It's easy reading, definitely for if you have 3 and up. So I'm going to be reading this especially to my JoJo for reading and story time. And it's And the Good Brown Earth on the With doing what good brown earth does best. And it's just sharing this beautiful story of what we get to enjoy every day. So I'm really, really excited about reading this one. And this little boy is the cutest thing ever. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love this. This looks more like the illustrations remind me of color pencil. Okay, now I think I've got my last one, y'all. I got my last one. Now, if you love inspirational quotes, you love to be inspired and motivated, then you've heard of this woman, and that's Cleo Wade. Well, there is a beautiful book that was written by her for children, and it's called What the Road Said. And I found this one, and it says, I said to the road, where do we lead? The road said, be a leader and find out. Y'all know it's good. I'm so excited, you know me. So this beautiful, look at that. Have you ever wanted to go in a different direction? And then it says, have you ever wondered if there was something more, something out there, something just different? I did too. Then one day I was walking up my usual way home when out of nowhere, for no reason at all, almost as if we were magic, a road appeared. I could not believe my eyes, so I walked over to it and I said to the road, where do you lead? The road said, be a leader and find out. What? I love books that just make you think and just like take you on a journey. And that's exactly what this beautiful book does. So save the best for last. I'm really excited about this book and reading it with my girls. I'm excited about all these books, honestly. I think that this entrance into spring is really going to fill us up with so much growth and so much blooming has been my word, and you'll probably see that in your newsletter. Just like being able to bloom like the flowers do in the way the nature does, in that they don't hurry or rush to whatever is happening around them, but they're truly just enjoying what they have and how they have it, and as it continues to go in the pace that it's supposed to go. So I hope you guys are encouraged and excited about my read alouds, and maybe you already have some of these, or what are you going to be reading in the spring? What are you excited for your kids to read and understand and grow through? Leave those in the comments below. I love to read them. I thank you so much for being here. I'm going to ask you to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and until next time, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful start to April, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.